hottest of 7 news in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend. This is the award-winning News 20 at 5 Live.
Leon County breaks its early voting record. Good evening. I'm Ashley Doss.
And I'm Olivia Smith. Tallahassee residents are heading to the polls early and in large numbers. Early voting began last Saturday and will continue until November 3rd. That's tonight's top story. According to the Supervisor of Elections, Leon County breaks another record in this year's elections. As early voting continues, more people are finding their way to the polls. Our very own News 20 at 5 reporter, Essie Yemwa, joins us live with the very latest. Essie, what'd you find out?
Leon County is breaking records when it comes to new registered voters to people heading early to the polls. I spoke with Ion Sancho, the Leon County Supervisor of Elections, about the increase in numbers for early voting to speaking with registered voters on why they decided to vote early. There are only 7 days left until the presidential election, and people are feeling the pressure to vote early. Despite the chilly weather, Leon County voters have broken the record for early voting. With nearly 300 more voters showing up at the polls on the first day compared to the last day of 2008's election, Ion Sancho is unsure if it will break the overall early voting record.
We don't know at the end of 8 days that we will actually even equal the turnout in 2008. It depends on what kind of turnout we get during the week. We know we had good turnouts on Saturday and Sunday, but can we maintain that same early voting turnout Monday through Friday?
As people stand in line, FAMU students made their way toward the courthouse to vote. Among the mix of students was the interim president, Larry Robertson. As you can see behind me, there are still a lot of people coming in and voting early. Many voters have said that they want to come in today to make sure that their vote will count. Some believe that the new restriction of voting laws are pushing people to come out and vote stronger than ever. Jennifer Jenkins believes that at the grassroots level, it's important to exercise the right to vote.
Great sense of concern that we vote with our feet and that we are out and we are clear and that we are seizing, the moment to exercise our rights and make sure that they are not further undermined.
The line continues to grow with students and locals as they mark their ballots for tomorrow's future. According to the Associated Press, in Florida, the numbers of ballots seem to remain split amongst Democrats and Republicans. The Democrats have a slight lead of roughly 10,000 ballots, although some believe that that gap will grow smaller. Live in the studio, I'm Essie Mwa for News 20 at 5.
Thank you, Essie, for that report. If you don't have a ride to vote on Election Day, Star Metro has a solution. The City of Tallahassee is giving free rides on Tuesday, November 6th. Free bus service will be provided on all of Star Metro's fixed routes.
You have in this country the choice to go out and vote and be part of that, political activity. Why not encourage it even more? I think doing the transportation with Star Metro, giving to and from to vote, that's wonderful.
For more information about Star Metro's routes on Election Day, visit talgov.com.
The Leon County Health Department is continuing to hold a flu vaccination clinic tomorrow for anyone 6 months and older. Flu vaccination will be available on a walk-in basis with no appointment needed. These clinics will take place at the Roberts and Stevens Clinic from 1 to 4:30 p.m. The cost for the flu vaccine is $22.
Now that it's cold outside, are you thinking of ways to keep your home warm? Well, safety may need to be more of a priority. News 20 at 5 reporter Tanisha Dixon joins us live in the multimedia newsroom to tell us what hazard deaths rates are rising.
People will use appliances like furnaces, water heaters, and portable generators to keep them from freezing. What many are unaware of is the CO gas we know as carbon monoxide in these devices. It causes deaths when it reaches lethal levels. Here's how you can stay from its poison.
Cold weather is approaching and people are finding ways to stay warm. Gas stoves and fireplaces are among some of the things that fulfill your needs. George Island resident Ginger Lawson knows a thing or two about this kind of safety.
I do know we own 2 small rental houses in North Carolina, and it is a state law that the landlords are required to have a carbon monoxide detector because carbon monoxide is a silent killer.
FEMA reports say that over 150 people die every year from carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide is a gas that is toxic to humans and animals. Most deaths are caused by accidents.
If you were sleeping and you suddenly had a carbon monoxide leak, you die before, and there would be no way to prevent that.
Monoxide poisoning can only be caused by an improper knowledge of fuel burning. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commissioner asked that people who have purchased fuel burning products read the owner's manual before operating.
If you feel sick, dizzy, or weak while operating a fuel burn appliance, make sure to get fresh air immediately. If you lose muscle coordination, consciousness, or are vomiting, you have already reached high levels of CO. Call the Florida Poison Information Center if you feel any of these symptoms. Live in the Multimedia Newsroom, I'm Tanisha Dixon for News 20 at 5.
According to the Crime the United States report, figures show a decrease in violent and property crimes in 2011 compared to previous years. The crime report says more than 1 million violent crimes occurred in the U.S., and this is the 5th straight year that crimes have dropped. Property crimes reported decreased for the 9th straight year with over 9 million incidents. Assaults and larceny theft reports were among the highest in violent property crimes. Today started the expansion on Capitol Circle Northwest. Today, Blueprint 2000 began expansion of Capitol Circle. Capitol Circle Northwest and Southwest will expand due to traffic issues. The project will turn the 2-lane road into 6 lanes by 2015. This Blueprint construction will create jobs for Tallahassee residents.
We all want, and that's jobs, and more jobs. So for that reason alone, this is really a terrific project.
Damage to that was minimalized. In the notice,
Blueprint 2000 Chairman Nancy Miller also says there will be a chance for about more jobs. City Commissioner Andrew Gillum also said residents' tax dollars were put to good use. Coming up on News 20 at 5, Hurricane Sandy brings unexpected snow to North Carolina. Find out where the storm is heading. Also, the FAMU Rattlers will head on the road for their next game. Find out where. And a teen does the unthinkable when a stunt goes wrong and nearly costs him his life. That and more. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20 at 5.